Hello and a very warm welcome back to my channel. Tonight we give you a piece of breaking news. An expert reveals Prince Philip fury to tell Meghan and Harry to stop being so ridiculous. Prince Philip, who retired from royal duties 3 years ago, has been named as the one royal family member to shake up Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have come under fire since they spoke about the uncomfortable past of the Commonwealth in a royal first. But commentator Dan Wootton believes the Duke of Edinburgh could get on a plane and tell them to stop being so ridiculous. Speaking on his talk radio show, Mr. Wootton said, "If there was one person who I could put on a plane and send to that Hollywood mansion, it would be Prince Philip. He would get in and shake them up. He would tell Prince Harry to stop being so ridiculous and tell Meghan to butt out of things she knows nothing about." His comments came as a royal fan said the couple should lose their titles. The caller, Alison from Lichfield, insisted the pair, especially Harry, must do their best to make amends with the rest of the royal family. She told Talk Radio, "Prince Harry is just destroying everything that made him a success in the first place. It is a shame, and I think he should be stripped of his title." She continues, "As for Philip, he has a wonderfully sharp way of turning a phrase. However, he shouldn't have to waste breath on these two. Her Majesty has been more than patient with them while they keep pushing inappropriately. The Queen should just put her signature to the letters patent that will end this mess and allow the couple to be as common in name as they are in deeds." Mr. Wootton added, "It is such a shame. Harry is having very limited conversations with his family right now, I would say. Very limited from everything I've heard. Alison, Prince Harry, and Prince William do not get on anymore, and that is a tragedy. I think Harry can still pick up the phone and see how the Queen is, actually. The one relationship that hasn't been destroyed in all of this is the personal relationship between Prince Harry and the Queen. The Queen is probably thinking, I have lived through World War II, this isn't anything." Indeed, a viewer also claims, well, the Duke can tell Harry and that woman he calls his wife, but they won't listen. Philip ought to realize Harry is not right in the head, and his wife is evil. How can Meghan Markle say anything about the uncomfortable past of the UK? She is acting like Scarlett O'Hara from Gone with the Wind, spoiled and selfish. She was a slave driver herself, according to how she treated her staff. It comes as Meghan and Harry have been criticized for speaking out against the uncomfortable past of the Commonwealth. Royal author and expert Robert Jobson has hit out at the couple for disrespecting the Queen. He told Talk Radio, "I think that to criticize the Queen's life work is disrespectful. I think that things have changed since the Queen inherited this role as head of the Commonwealth." Meanwhile, discussed this question. Were the senior members of the royal family, the Queen, Prince Charles, and Prince William, provided with a draft or details of the book Finding Freedom before the public release? Here is my opinion. I could find nothing to indicate the senior members of the royal family have read a draft or advance copy of Finding Freedom, the authorized biography of Meghan and Harry. I doubt we would know if the royals had read a copy, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if someone in publishing let a draft slip into someone's hands. Powerful people do have a way of making things happen, and the royals might need to get out in front of this book. But I actually think, when it comes to the long game, this book by Meghan's friend, Omid Scobie, who does not possess a journalism degree, because Scobie says he's a royal reporter, penned the book along with Carolyn Durand, who does most assuredly possess notable credentials in covering the royals. What did occur just when Meghan married Prince Harry is Marcus Anderson, Meghan's dear friend and love interest, told Scobie to follow Meghan wherever she went, that it would be a good thing for him to do. Subsequently, Marcus and Scobie struck up a love affair, and Scobie scored the best gig a potential writer could hope for. Omid did follow Meghan, often being granted private access to the behind-the-scenes life Meghan provided, and the book was born. I'll get to the senior royals in a minute, but I need to drive home the narrative that Marcus and Meghan plan to trap Prince Harry into either giving them cash or marrying Rachel Meghan, thus erroneously providing access to the billions of dollars the royals are worth. That noted, let's press on. This book will be full of drivel and pablum that Meghan, and Harry too, want to be shoveled into our brains, and the Meghan worshippers will lick it up. Good. They'll be busy for days reveling in her sainthood status. The rest of the world will finally see Meghan for the spoiled, rotten, mean, vindictive, self-absorbed bully she is purported to be, as evidenced by her ghosting all her family, the royals, her friends except Marcus, her staff quitting, all 15 of them quickly due to a demanding accrued duchess, and it wasn't Catherine. Ghosting Canada and the UK, and losing friends by coming onto their husbands in vulgar ways. And she plays the victim or the race card wherever she can try. It no longer works. More of Meghan's followers ghost her by the day. So did the royals get a foretaste? I believe so. I have no concrete proof and I write what I can prove, but on this one no royal would ever admit to getting their hands on a copy. But I think they know what Harry and Meghan are going to look like in that book. And I find it telling that Buckingham Palace remains mute. Why? Isn't this book going to excoriate them? Well, is it really? I highly doubt it. Go to Meghanpedia and read the drivel written by a friend. Hello, Meghan Markle, because she penned the letter to Archie. It is written in Meghan's now famous style with Meghan wording. Read that and you'll have a sugar high for 10 days. I did manage to plod through what she wrote and it is too fake to be believable. No one enters into royalty and is treated like a sack of shit, but that's what it says on the pages. And I think truckloads of sad stories and a portrayal of a mean Prince William, who can spot a yacht girl and steer clear of her, and most of all the Kate hate that Meghan, courtesy of Scobie, will try to dump on them through the book will come to nothing. Harry, the sad man behind the Markle machinations, will try to upend the monarchy. We all know Meghan worships Princess Diana, and I think Meghan believes her authorized biography is like Diana's bombshell book with Andrew Morton. She wants to cast William in an unbecoming light, but Meghan has proved to be mean, facile, a bully, and she will lose this fight. She is no Diana, this Meghan, not even close. The royals know what they are doing. Meghan will triumphantly hold book signings and try to score time on the telly, but in the long run, the powerful people of the world and in Hollywood will only recall that Meghan proved to be disloyal, mean, and vindictive to a time-honored institution, and who's to say she won't do the same to anyone else she works with? No one will want to touch her. Meghan will lose it all, and it won't be pretty. I almost feel sorry for her. However, a fan from Cora does not agree with me. She said, "Sadly, I do not feel sorry for her. She is a vindictive, nasty person who will get her karma back. She will be yesterday news. Harry will also be finished. He allowed this to happen. He is a grown man and he most certainly knows what he is doing. I also believe that he knows what is in the book. I think that Harry is part of the book. If any person believes that Harry does not have any input in the book, they must be extremely gullible. Harry is aware of what he is doing. Most of his life, he has been extremely jealous of Prince William. Now he got a nutcase to help him out for revenge, and then looks like the innocent party. Harry, your own family has disowned you. Get back into that shell where you belong. Once the evil woman has finished with you, please do not creep back into the UK. You have never suffered depression in your life. I have been to hell and back, and I would not be here today only for my wonderful husband and son." Meanwhile, in the latest news, Meghan Markle hits out at those in corridors of power in her first post-royal speech. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry sensationally quit the royal family and moved to Los Angeles earlier this year in a move which shocked the Britain establishment. But Meghan Markle has hit out at those in the corridors of power in her first speech since she and Prince Harry left the royal family. Speaking from her home in Los Angeles, Meghan added, "It's that those in the halls and corridors and places of power, from lawmakers and world leaders to executives, all of those people, they depend on you more than you will ever depend on them. And here's the thing, they know this. They know that all of you, at a younger age than any modern comparison, are setting the tone for equitable humanity. Not figuratively, literally. This is a humanity that desperately needs you. But yesterday, I reported that Meghan and Harry are hypocritical when they were snapped driving a Cadillac SUV that has been labeled as far from eco-friendly as possible. The royal couple was snapped collecting their car from a valet in Beverly Hills, Los Angeles. Their car, the luxury Cadillac Escalade, normally comes with a 6-liter engine. One review from the Left Lane News website describes the current model as about as far from eco-friendly as possible. The Environmental Transport Association also listed as one of the 10 worst cars for the planet. My news today is ended. How do you feel about it? Please let me know in the comment section below and we can discuss Meghan and Harry together. And subscribe to my channel to not miss any new videos from the royal family members. Now, good night and see you tomorrow.
Harry and Meghan once learned about ethical standards, they just forgot what they learned. It is a profoundly implied statement that ethical standards are something you cannot throw away to identify who you are. Meghan over time is slowly degrading the way of life and recognizes people and people, brainwashing herself. Perhaps she is under a lot of pressure. Get rid of what she learned before. In the future, she will need pity. Sometimes I also feel sorry for one of her former elite, about 10 years ago.